Good evening, all my gnarly ones, and welcome. It's Truck Series Tuesday here in the North American E-Racing League, and boy, do we have quite the show for you guys tonight. Fresh off of Daytona and Iowa, we go to our third completely different style racetrack in a row. From the fast drafting high banks of Daytona, 2.5 miles, to a short track at Iowa, we are now at a 1.5 mile wide open track in Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia. So, can these guys handle it? We'll find out soon. But in the booth with me, as always on Tuesdays, I've got Big Jim. Jim, what's up?
Not much, Gator. Just always ready for a Tuesday night in North American E-Racing League, especially at Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta is one of the more unique tracks on the game. I mean, I know it's one of those quote unquote cookie cutter 1.5 miles, but this one's actually got some character to it. It's got all sorts of bumps. It's got an immense amount of tire wear, strategy to be played. Can these guys make it through each stage without having to pit? We're up for a good show here tonight.
Oh, we definitely are. And I mean, we've got guys that have shown their prowess on those 1.5 milers, including, Mac and Kevin and all of them. So I think you're going to see a lot of competition up there tonight.
Definitely. Mac, the Breadman, is in the field tonight. He is the defending winner of this race. Won this race last season in the inaugural season of the trucks. And he's back again, looking to back that up. And we're looking forward to that tonight. But these guys right now are in qualifying, so we'll get you results here in about 2 minutes. Jim, like I said, this track's one of the most unique tracks on the game just because of the tire wear and all of the bumps or elevation changes, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it. But it makes these trucks pretty unstable, wouldn't you think?
It does, and the preferred groove is right there in the corners on the apron. I mean, you have to be as close as you can. You got to be running that Kevin Harvick line right on the white line, and it's so tempting to hit it. And once you hit it, that thing's going off the track, and if someone above you, you're going to send them off the track, or you'll just send yourself out a couple positions. It's a very treacherous racetrack, to say the least.
Yeah, it's a thin line that you're fighting with there as you're battling a loose truck and you're trying to hug the white line. Tonight, probably going to see some guys hit the apron, wash up the track. May see a few accidents. Excuse me. May see some accidents, but it should be another good one here. They've put on some 2 fire races so far to start the season, and I'm expecting a third here tonight.
Oh yeah, and you bringing up the whole point of it being just another principled racetrack. I mean, we've seen these guys take it short tracks, we've seen them take it to super speedways, but those 1.5 milers, those are the ones that I would say dictate your season. You got to be pretty solid, able to hold your line in the corners, and there's no better test than Atlanta.
But yeah, heading into Atlanta tonight here in the Truck Series, we have seen the elite racing team absolutely dominate this season with Plumdee's pipes, sweeping stages, and the win at Daytona. And then you saw Kay Keenitz, his teammate, back that up last week at Iowa, winning both stages and the race. Are we going to see more of the same out of these elite guys tonight, or is another team finally going to be able to step up?
Well, going back to the whole 1.5 miler conversation, I mean, it's a wild card, right? I mean, everybody has basically an equal opportunity as long as you don't strike the apron. We saw it in Chicagoland for the Cup Series. Everybody's on top of each other. So it's really hard to say that Elite has the upper hand. Like we already mentioned, Mac Breadman has a win here at Atlanta, and he won it off of I believe he was using the outside lane. So I think he's one of those guys you got to be looking out for in the TJR group.
Yeah, well, there's some good drivers here in the FBGM group tonight as D. Sproul is making his season debut in the number 24 truck. And Marksman is in the field as always, and he was the runner-up here last season, so he knows how to get around this racetrack and how to do it quickly. So FBGM's looking to bag some good points tonight, move themselves up in the team standings. But looks like they just wrapped up qualifying. Sproul won the qualifying race, but that doesn't mean he's going to start there. But we'll check that out here in just a minute. But one
Well, we
team.
did.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say one team that needs to get on track here is TJR. I know Frazier's off to a pretty good start this season, but his teammate, Mr. Williams, not so hot so far. I think this is going to be one of those tracks where he finally gets his footing right and the feeling right in these trucks and starts moving himself up those point standings. What do you think?
Yeah, he was working really hard on the qualifying trim from what I saw. We did a couple practice races before this whole thing kicked off, and I couldn't tell you if he was fast or not. I was too busy enjoying a chicken sandwich. But I think you will see Williams up there. I think if he can keep it off the apron and just stay in the draft, I think that will be the key for him. I think he's got the speed. I think he's got the talent. I mean, we've seen him at other tracks that have a lot of character. Auto Club in the Cup Series, he won there. So I think he's one of those guys you got to look out for as well.
Real question though, Jim, is what kind of chicken sandwich you eating?
Oh, it was just some really cheap, crappy. One even it was less than
Dang,
McDonald's. But
I
I
was
did.
gonna that was gonna lead into my next question. What's better, Popeyes or Chick-fil-A? Which chicken sandwich? But
Oh, Chick-fil-A, easily.
so you're just eating one of those crappy chicken sandwich. That does not sound
Yes, just
exciting.
a microwavable. Yeah, I
Oh,
had three of them though. Three of
tough
them. That was my entire dinner.
tough scene for Jim tonight. He might not make it through this whole race. He might have to take a bathroom break in the middle of the final stage.
Yeah, I'll try my best to stay here in the booth, but that bathroom is looking pretty inviting right now.
Well, pole sitter for tonight, Wreckfest, made his debut last week
Oh,
at Iowa. He brings home the pole award tonight at Atlanta. And outside of the front row is his NOS Racing League teammate, Bubba Chafin, going to start on the outside of the front row tonight. So those guys, they might have something for these boys.
yeah, I'll be honest. I hate saying it because it was a while ago, it was a week ago. I forgot they were even in the series, but glad to see them succeeding. And I think they are guys that will have the speed. We saw them in their All-Star race for the NOS League and looked like they could keep it off the apron, which is key to success. I guess they'll be very fast.
Yeah, for sure. Lining up third is going to be, let me double check this. Yep, lining up third is going to be Young Colt. Fourth is going to be Plum These Pipes. Fifth is Marksman. And sixth is D Sproul. So that takes care of the front three rows here tonight. So pretty good mix of drivers right there up front. But one driver I don't see is Mack. So we'll have to keep an eye out for him where he starts and if he can make his way up through the field to defend his win.
Yeah, and if I'm not incorrect, he does use a wheel, which I've always found to be a little more difficult to qualify on. It gives you a lot of advantage when it comes to long term and long runs, but during qualifying and short run, it's pretty difficult to get the most out of that truck when you're on a wheel.
That's a good point that you just brought up. Are these guys that are using a wheel tonight have that much more of an advantage over with tire wear over these guys on controller?
Oh yes, for sure. I mean, I was using a wheel in one of the mock races with all those guys, and I was able to keep it even. I was hearing some guys were down to 28% when I was still at around 40 or 50%. So I think having a wheel and being able to, take advantage of the wheel, I think that's the biggest thing for the guys in the field that have one of those Logitech or Thrustmasters.
Yeah, well, tonight we've got 65 laps total for these guys to figure it out. 19 laps in stage 1, 17 laps in stage 2. Fuel window, probably somewhere around 20, 22 laps, but that tire window is what these guys are going to be watching out for tonight. Can they make it the entire stage without having to pit? If they can, that's going to be a big advantage. If they can't, they're going to be in a big hole. So that's what we're going to have to watch out for early on here in the race in these first two stages. As I'm waiting for these guys to start loading in, looks like they're still paused. But 65 laps tonight, pretty short race.
Yeah, I mean, if we get cautions, they'll be even shorter. So they've been doing a good job so far keeping it cautionless, but this is one of those difficult tracks that it's very enticing to dive bomb and not a lot of forgiveness when you dive bomb.
Yeah, if we see cautions tonight, that might throw that tire window that tire strategy right out the window and put everyone on the same footing. So, and from what I've seen in warm-ups and mock races, we might see one. We may just see one. We'll find out here soon, as we should be able to load in here in just a few seconds.
I guess I can pull up a stream.
Yep, Kevin's stream just hit 0. We should be good to join.
Right.
Yes, we are good to join. Go blue screen here for just a minute. Accept this invite. Lights out wants to know over under 3 cautions.
I'll go with the under. I want to be optimistic here.
Yeah, these guys have done really well this season, so we'll keep it at the under. This race tonight is brought to you by Fanatec. You see that nice wheel, pedal, shifter setup. Go to Fanatec.com, get yourself one. Thank you, 704.
If you got the money.
Facts, which I don't.
Me neither. I was like, oh, okay.
We are loaded in already. These guys are just getting up to speed coming out of turn 2. Got to watch for that apron as these guys are getting up to speed. It can be very treacherous, as Wreckfest has been able to clear second place. Head off into turn 3, single file, first, second, third. Pretty tame start so far. Move off towards the back half of the field. Go back here. On board with Mr. Williams and the number 98 TJR Ford. Sponsored by Champion. Going to give a push to Pens. Going to get around Marksman and WSC going down the backstretch. Huge push from the 98.
Yeah, and it looked like he might have struggled off the qualifying. That definitely plays a role in your stage 1 performance if you're going to be up there for stage points or not. So we'll have to see if he can make his way up there.
He's off to a good start here. He's already picked up a couple of spots here in the early laps. As we have got a jumbled mess here towards the back of the field. 3 wide. These guys are all checked up. Keenitz is towards the back of the field. Don't know what happened to him. He's all the way in the back. Kay Keenitz right now, after his win at Iowa, sits number 1 in the Truck Series power rankings. This is not going to help if he remains in this position.
I think right now he's just looking ahead of him, seeing all the contact between the trucks. Is like, I don't want that damage. I'll just stay back here and ride for a little bit as he gets rear-ended.
Yeah, another thing that he might be doing, though, is he might be saving those tires thinking he can make it the whole stage. But he's got some contact from the 2. That's not going to help.
Yeah, now if you're Kevin, don't you just play that strategy? Don't you just hold on and see how much you can conserve those tires, see if you can make it the entire stage?
Absolutely. We're early on here at the VetTix Camping World 100 here in the North American E-Racing League's Gander RV Outdoors Truck Series at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Stage number 1. These guys are about 5 laps into the race. Got it pretty stretched out here so far after that clean restart, or that clean initial start, I should say.
Yeah, for sure, and it looks like Bubba Chapin's made his way around his NOS teammate in Wreckfest, so move Bubba to the point.
We're right now on board with 5th place, Mac the Breadman, defending winner here at this racetrack. Looking ahead to the front 4, trying to keep a hold of that draft. Draft does play a factor. As Bubba Chapin and his teammate, quote-unquote teammate, Wreckfest, his NOS Racing League partner, they had quite the battle at Iowa. I wonder if that's going to carry over into the night.
Yeah, and at the end of that one, someone way off the pace up on the top here.
It's God of War.
Yeah, he's way off the pace. I don't know if he's lagging or if he's just got a lot of damage, but
he does. He's been involved in an incident somewhere.
Yeah, but going back to Wreckfest and Bubba, they were talking. I think Wreckfest was joking around a little bit in the post-race interview, saying that sometimes Bubba puts his nose where it doesn't belong. So It will be interesting to see how these guys treat each other on track in the coming weeks.
Yeah, they had quite the battle at Iowa. They were bumper to bumper most of that race, door to door. And they provided some great action for us at Iowa. And they're trying to do the same here at Atlanta as Wreckfest is pushing Bubba all the way down the back straightaway.
I'll be honest, right now it looks like he's just trying to stay behind that four and just try to get a little bit of a gap so it can become a two-horse race here, but Plum is not letting him go. He's right there.
Yeah, in this front group, you've got Bubba Chafin in the lead. Wreckfest is in second. Plumdee's Pipes, your Daytona winner, is third. Fourth right now is Young Colt continuing his good start to the season. And Mac the Breadman rounds out your top five, and it's a pretty good gap back to the rest of the field after that.
All right, I might have been lying when I said that the O2 was pushing the 4 to get him out front more. I think he was actually trying to make a move there. The 4 went very defensive, and here comes Plum right to the bumper.
This is starting to look like Daytona all over again. These guys are pump drafting and pushing each other down the straightaways. As it looks like Wreckfest took a peek underneath, and Bubba shut the door.
Yeah, you gotta imagine that Wreckfest is getting a little annoyed here. Now Plum 2 is inside. He's probably gonna get the train run on him here by Mac and possibly Young Colt. But he's way out of the groove now.
Plumdee's Pipes looks underneath. Mac gets into Colt. That's gonna put Colt in the wall and through the grass.
Oh, hold on to it. No,
Colt
he's
goes
around.
spinning. Contact between the fourth place truck and the fifth place truck ends with Colt mowing the lawn here in Atlanta.
He gets hit by another truck. He's going to continue going around. What a shame. He was having such a good run.
No caution comes out for Colt. That is a shame. He was looking to get some stage points here early on.
Looking down here on pit road, it looks like the 98 and the 88 have both come down to get their service done. I think they're playing a little bit of strategy.
Yeah, TJR Fords, the teammates, realize they're not going to be able to make it the whole stage, so they're going to pit early, probably take 4 tires, and try to make that time up on those tires here before the end of the stage.
I'll tell you what, man, I think that 98 of Mr. Williams sped on pit road. He's been sitting in here forever.
That's unfortunate for Mr. Williams. He was up to about 5th or 6th place in that truck. But still a long race to go. We've got 7 to go here in stage number 1. Here comes Mr. Williams off of pit lane. You've got to assume that he's just going to You got to assume that he's going to fly past these leaders once he gets up to speed.
I think the leaders are going to be coming down soon. I can't imagine these guys have been saving it all.
Yeah, Plum just really let off, so I think he's coming here pretty shortly within the next lap or 2. Or he's trying to save his stuff, as Williams is flying past Mac the Breadman right now.
Yeah, now if you're Wreckfest or Bubba here, you've got to give that 98 the outside. You've got to signal to him when you want to pit. I don't know if these truck guys know that yet, but you got to tell them.
Right now you're checking out the advantage that Fresh Tires has over these old tires, as Williams is going to try to make the move on the high lane. Nope, he's going to look back low. He's going to give Wreckfest a push.
That's time that Williams is losing right there. He's not going to be happy with Wreckfest for that block. There he goes to his outside.
He should be able to clear him right here on the outside. He does. Just flies around him on the outside.
Fresh Tires are ridiculous, and now the 98's he got the signal from before, but the 98 wanted to go to the inside. Almost a huge moment here on the backstretch.
Williams gets his lap back. He might have been 2 down after that speeding penalty. So he got one of his laps back the hard way.
Well, I'm not sure if the 4 thought he was for position or something, because he gave a block. I thought it was a signal for pit road, but I guess it was just a block down there on the backstretch.
4 to go here in stage number 1.
He got loose. The 4's around.
Wow. Bubba wrecked it out of the lead. You saw him sitting there on the backstretch. Tough break for Bubba. Almost like he blew a tire.
Heavy damage to the front end. That thing nosed it hard into the inside wall. I think he almost just got a...
Oh, he almost got ran over by God of War. Yeah, he's got a flat tire.
Yeah, that right rear probably went down. This is going to hurt a ton if he goes down more than 1 lap.
Oh, tough break for your leader, Bubba Chafin. He used up those tires too much. Couldn't come into pit lane fast enough, but now he's paying the price with his tire, and he cannot keep it under control. Lots of guys are pitting.
Yeah. I think you're at that point where guys with controllers, they have to pit. They simply cannot.
All of your leaders are on pit lane. All three of them.
Oh, Mac to Breadman down.
Yep,
I thought he was
Mac,
one of those guys
Wreckfest.
running. I thought he was one of them running a wheel. I know it's possible to save enough, but it's like he's going to come down and get 4 fresh tires. Maybe 2 right sides.
It's going to be close on Keenitz making it to the end of the stage. He's worn out his right rear pretty good. I'm going to see how many laps he has left, but it's going to be close.
I think these guys all took 2 right side tires here, so they won't be flying around like Williams was. He must have taken 4 after realizing he sped on pit road, but
Right.
I don't think Mac can do that.
I didn't see it, but right now we're looking at your leader, the 23 of WSC. He gets the door by the 88 of Fraser, who's got fresher tires. WSC on the final lap of the stage. Is he going to be able to hang on? He comes around turns 3 and 4 for the final time here in stage 1. Looks like he is going to be able to hang on. WSC, stage 1 winner at Atlanta.
Well, we were talking about Elite earlier. He's another Elite guy. We haven't seen much of him this season, but that's a good way to kick it off.
That is a great way to kick off Atlanta with a stage win. WSC, who missed Iowa, needs all the points he can get, and that's the maximum amount you can so far, other than getting the pole.
I could be wrong, but I think Elite still has a sweep on all of the stages in the Truck Series so far.
So second place in stage 1 was Marksman. Third place was There It Lies. Got third in stage 1. D. Sproul fourth, and K. Keenitz rounds out your top 5 after stage 1.
That sounds like all guys that were saving at the beginning of that run, and they knew from start to end they needed to save, and it did pay off for them.
Yeah, absolutely, it paid off for him. Keenitz made it across that line with 2% on his right rear, so just barely.
Yeah, that's risky business right there, but props to him for getting it done.
Looks like some of these guys are probably experiencing some black screen due to people pitting right before the end of the stage, as they're still making some laps here around. There we go. We are now refreshed and lined up for stage number 2. Plumby's Pipes is going to lead them to the charge here at the green flag. Great strategy by some of these guys. Now stage 2 is a little bit shorter than stage 1 by 2 laps. Are we going to see more people try to stretch it here, Jim?
Actually, I believe stage 2 is 20 laps. I believe stage 1 was 19.
Yeah, stage 1 was 19. I remember stage 2 being 17.
No, I believe it's 20, but I mean, if it is, it'll make it even crazier. So, looks like they're 3 wide almost back there for P6, P5.
They are. Got one off through the grass off of turn 4. Couldn't tell who that was. 3 wide here. Oh, Keenan's on the apron. He's around.
Oh, that's going to be a caution, right? There's a huge accident in the back
Yeah,
here.
there's one flipping down the backstretch. Yep, caution does come out. That's going to eliminate the tire strategy in stage 2.
Yep, well, we were just talking about 17-20. It doesn't freaking matter
Doesn't matter now.
You just keep it going. So, I don't know who got the lead there, but they were side by side between WSC and Marksman.
D-Sproul looks like he was right up in the thick of things.
They were side by side going into 3.
Right now we've got 13 trucks going to be on the lead lap on this restart, with Mr. Williams getting the free pass. So good for Williams. He made 1 lap back the hard way, and he's going to get 1 back the easy way.
Yeah, and we're getting some reports from pit road that Kevin, K. Keenitz 22, might have been lagging, might have been part of that apron strike.
Maybe, or he could have just aproned it.
Yeah, I think. I'll say it's lag for his sake.
As Derek Lies is going to lead us to green here, that bright green number 97. Looks like he might have stayed out or took 2 here on the pit stops.
He hasn't been afraid to do some strategy. He did the same thing at Iowa, had the lead for a little bit and got shuffled out. See if it works here for him in Atlanta.
Yeah, he makes those 2-tire, no-tire moves quite often. Along with his brother, Up the Irons is normally a popular one for some pit stop strategy.
Oh, this is a gaggle back here. 3 wide,
got one in the
4
wall.
wide. Oh, the 44 Penn versus God of War. Penn, hold on to it. Okay, he held on to it.
These restarts are fierce.
Whoa,
look at the battle
Frazier?
for the lead here. It is all sorts of bottled up and checked up here from first
3
to
wide
12.
for P2. Mac the Breadman on the inside, D-Sprawl on the outside. There it lies, squished right in the middle.
Yeah, right now I'm on board. Plumb these pipes. There goes Sproul on the outside wall.
And a caution.
Caution out.
And out of all of that, Frazier 16 gets the lead. What an impressive couple of moves he made to fight it back up there.
That's caution count number 2. That over under 3 is coming up very close. But a super clean stage 1 went caution free all the way throughout, and you can already tell that the aggression has ramped up here in stage number 2, knowing this is a short race. Everybody trying to get every position they can on these restarts.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's because they feel like track position means a lot, because I'm not sure it really does. I think making sure you hit your line in the corners, it means a lot, and then using that draft to get under them. But those restarts are hectic.
That they are. As you see Frazier up front, Mac to Breadman on the outside, Reap sitting in third in the 3 truck. We're on board with our Pulsar Wreckfest, lining up on the outside of the second row. Reap going to make a move under Mac here for P2. Going to try to use the draft of Frazier to get around the 13. He is going to be able to clear the 13, move Reap up to second.
Mac was able to find a hole back on the inside. He gets pushed up from Wreckfest, but now Plum goes to the inside of Wreckfest.
Here's somebody we haven't talked about. Kronk's Fight Milk right up here battling in the top 5 in that all black number 87. He is right underneath K. Keenitz here for 4th.
I'm sorry, I said Plum these pipes, but that was in fact Kronk's Fight Milk in the 87. They're 3 wide. Goodness.
This is what you see at Daytona and Talladega. 4 wide here for 3rd place.
And look at who's out front leading it all.
Oh,
Mac
one in the wall.
Man.
Is this going to be another accident?
Big crash. Big
Is this going to bring out the caution?
Gotta. That was a massive accident.
It
NASCAR,
does not.
really? Wow. Okay.
Looks like a lot of guys tried to save their stuff, and most of them did that. The green flag stays in the air. Tough break for a couple of those guys.
Tough break for half the field, man. Where's the caution?
Wow. That is a true NASCAR move there. Not calling a caution for a big accident, but calling them for smaller ones.
Well, we still have 6 cars up front that are still in contention for this stage, with Mac the Breadman still leading it out front.
Yes, Mac the Breadman is out front right now.
Got loose
Marksman right
there.
now is trying to look underneath. Mac throws the block down the backstretch, heading off into 3. We're coming to 3 to go.
The D-Sproul isn't up there for position. He's got damage, right?
That I couldn't tell you. I believe he is for position.
Wow. Didn't he just get wrecked?
Yes, but he worked his way back up after those cautions.
Interesting. Interesting stuff here. Well, he's going to stay up there with his teammate for now, but that inside is rolling, and they're going to get pretty much freight train here. Marksman gets to the inside again.
Doesn't look like his outside lane is going to come in tonight, unfortunately. We're 2 to go here in stage number 2. Plum, this is Mark going into turn 1. That's going to allow Marksman to take a peek underneath. He's going to be able to clear him as WSC hits the apron. Marksman might get 2 for 1 here in corners number 1 and 2.
Does. Plum barely clears Wreckfest right there going into 3. These are some crazy moves that they're able to clear. I'm impressed that they're able to do that without cutting each other off.
Will Marksman be able to catch Mac the Breadman for the stage 2 win? We'll find out as we are on the white flag last lap of stage 2. Marksman clips the apron. That's going to be the end of that.
A lot of guys. Everybody hit the apron. Everyone followed Marksman
the whole
right
lead
to the
pack
apron.
hits the apron.
Oh, that's rough.
Wow. Rough corner for the whole front group as Mac's going to come through. D-Sproul's going to move Plum out of the way for 3rd place. Here comes Penn through for 4th.
Penn was another guy involved in an accident, but okay. Back to Breadman.
Wow.
He will be our first non-elite Truck Series stage winner.
Yes, Mac the Breadman breaks the streak of 5 stages for elite here in the 2nd stage of the 3rd race of the season at Atlanta.
I don't think they were too far behind, though. Plumby's Pipes, he was there in 5th. He was making his way back up after getting shuffled to the outside. So
Mac with the stage 2 win, Marksman in 2nd, Sproul in 3rd, Plum in 4th, and WSC rounds out your top 5 in stage number 2. So,
WSC. Okay.
Yeah, so Sproul from the back to the front very quickly salvages some stage points.
Looks like There It Lies is on pit road right now. Might get a black screen out of it.
Lined up here pretty quickly. Mac still your leader. He's going to lead the green here in the 3rd and final stage tonight at Atlanta. I'm going to cycle back towards the back and watch everything go on in front of me. On board right now with Bubba Chapin, your early leader on tonight. Found some trouble once he blew a tire.
So many guys hitting the apron. it's kind of scary.
Yep.
44's around in the back here.
Yep, getting up to speed is treacherous at this track. That apron is very tempting. As we've got 23 laps in the final stage, that might be too far outside the limit for any of these guys to make it without stopping. 22 to go. Still on board with Bubba. Clean restart for the most part.
Look at Mr. Williams. Looks like he's going to go for P7 right here under There It Lies.
He is.
He's making his way back up.
Wreckfest gets put in the wall going into 3 by the 33 of Up the Irons, who is now pushing his brother There It Lies. So top 10 for the brothers.
So Plumby's Pipes has taken over the lead. I think these are his first laps led. The 24 got too
There It Lies
tight.
is going to go up the track. I don't know if Bubba's on the lead lap or not, but he has come through about half this field already.
He's on a mission.
Even if he
on
isn't
the
on the
lead lap,
Don't
he
know
wants
how
to
many
get
laps
his
he's
lap
down.
back the hard way.
Don't know if he's a lap down or not, but he is coming through this field like a madman right now. It's fun to watch. As the front 6 or 7 here are now starting to get single file.
Oh, WSC might have gotten the outside wall a little bit
Bubba
there.
gets loose, he spins it. Collects God of War, that's got to be a caution.
It is.
Oh. Got loose, overcorrected, back up the track, collected a couple other trucks. Oh, yeah, had some contact from Reap. My apologies.
Right now, it's showing me the 98 of Mr. Williams has made his way up to 4th. Is that correct?
I'm sure it is.
I wish I had a running order.
Mr. Williams is in 5th.
5th, okay.
Teammate Frazier sitting in 3rd. So TJR 3 and 5. They're coming alive here at Atlanta.
It's interesting how 704 portrays that under caution. No, Mr. Williams is out in front of him, but whatever.
Gonna be about 17 to go here, so tire saving will now be a thing. Everybody should still be able to make it, though. Gonna be close on some guys if they decide they want to race really hard early on. Everybody fighting for that inside lane here on the restart. WSC left hung out to dry.
Well, check this out. The teammates, the TJR teammates are going to try pushing each other right here. Oh, there's one around. I think it's Matt.
Oh, big wreck towards the back of the field. A huge crash. Mac around.
Yep.
I think
Mac
Young Colt was around.
Mac just got airborne. Goodness. That's a caution.
I think that's caution, what, number 4? I think the over one
Cautions
tonight.
breed cautions, Gator, and I think we're getting the worst part of it right now. Atlanta's just such a tough track, man. Just to stay out of each other and with these huge runs and the bumpy racetrack, trying to keep it on the apron without hitting it. It's just a very tricky racetrack.
Wreck right there was triggered by Mac the Breadman, your defending winner at Atlanta, clipping the apron in the middle of 3 and 4, looping it around in front of a couple of other trucks. Collected a few, causing an accident. Brings out your caution here. About halfway through the final stage of the Ventix Camping World 100 at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
We might as well make ourselves a caution sponsor. Gonna have any more?
Caution sponsor.
88 did not get going on that restart. I think he might miss gear.
That's gonna. Everybody's scattering to get around him right now. He's fighting to get back to the bottom. That's gonna put Mr. Williams right now out front.
Yep, and he's gonna play the very defensive line down there. Let those two try drafting on the top.
Oh, Plum D's pipes puts a move on. There it lies going into 3.
Oh,
gonna push him all the way up the track.
He just shoved him.
We got 3, 4 wide. Marksman's around. There it lies through the grass. Crunches through the grass. Will this bring out another caution?
Gotta. Well,
no.
No. One in the wall in turn 2. Out of all of it, this actually helps Mr. Williams. It thins it out a little more.
Yeah, this has spread out the field big time. This plays right in the favor of Mr. Williams as he is fighting and contending for the win here.
Oh, he hit the
at Atlanta. That's going to check up. He's going to block the inside lane from Plum.
It looks just like Plum, doesn't it?
Oh, Plum doesn't like it. He put a nose in there. Nate Williams hit his apron again.
3 wide for the lead.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Keenitz is going to wreck. Here it comes. Big wreck.
This is a caution. Huge wreck on the backstretch here.
Yeah, that's a big one here. Got one flying up into the fence.
Oh, thank goodness that brought out a caution. I don't know. I would have just left the party if that wasn't a caution.
Williams from the lead to getting involved in that accident. Oh, terrible for the driver of that 98 as he tries to get his season on track.
Heartbreaking.
You can
this
absolutely
race
bet
kind of turned.
that he's going to be aggressive getting back up through this field, knowing that he's got a fast enough truck to compete for the win tonight.
But this race has just turned into a battle of attrition, just making sure you aren't the one to die. You got to make sure you're the last one standing, last man standing here at Atlanta.
Yeah, lots of good trucks caught up in that accident. Had Keenitz caught up in it with some damage. Williams caught up. Plum was in it. And there's the strategy played by There It Lies and Up the Irons as they restart on the front row. We've seen it before.
This should be good. This should be good.
We have seen this before. Can they do it again? There It Lies is going to try to cut down in front of Wreckfest, and he does. He's able to clear him.
We got 6 laps to go here, Gator. 5 at the line.
6 laps to go. There It Lies is looking underneath of his brother for the lead. Right now sitting in third is Kay Keenitz.
Oh, this is just insane. Look at Penn. Where did Penn come from? He's up in third.
Here comes Penn with a big run off of corner number 4. Wreckfest gets put in the wall.
big wreck. 4 wide. I don't even know what's happening
That's going to
here.
bring out another one. Yep. Yeah, it does bring out another caution here.
When you just think you've seen the favorites for the race, there's just new guys up front. I mean, that's one of the glorious things about these caution-filled races. You will get a surprise winner out of this if it continues to be this way.
Yeah, with all these cautions, it plays into the hands of guys who likes to play these kind of strategies, and it saves their tires for guys like Up the Irons. There it lies. They don't have to put too much mileage on those things. So they still have some pretty fresh tires that can compete with some of these guys who take these fresh 4 ones.
Yeah, no doubt. The only thing is that the guys that have the 4 tires, everyone's all stacked up. That means they have more opportunities to make passes.
This is going to be an overtime restart, is it not? Green, white, checker?
I will check here. It might be 3 to go. There it lies, still out front, controlling the race with his brother to the outside.
There it lies, is out front. Up the Irons is going to be able to duck in for second place. They head down the backstretch. Oh, he puts a block on his brother.
Yep. 1 to go here if they can make it.
They're not going to make
caution.
it. Yeah, they are not going to make it.
If I remember correctly, this is exactly what happened last season with Atlanta. Just so much craziness.
We are now in overtime. We are going to have green, white, checkers from here on out. These guys have to make 1 lap. And then the next flag ends the race. Can they make that 1 lap, Jim, or are we going to see a few of these things?
Well, at some point, NASCAR is going to get tired of calling cautions.
The game does do that.
You better hope that you aren't the one involved when flagman says, "All right, I'm going to go for lunch now." If you're in that one, there's no chance for you even getting a good position tonight. So, yeah, you'll probably get a couple more, but you never know when he's just going to call it quits.
Stage 1 was caution-free. Green flag throughout. Good racing. Stage 2, aggression ramped up. But Stage 3, these guys said, hold my beer. There it lies, leads from the green 1 more time. Up the Irons is going to try to get down in front of WSC. I don't think he's going to be able to clear him this time. As they're already wrecking towards the back.
Horrible accident. That's a caution. All right, so we know the flag man.
Not sure what happened right there. They weren't even up to 4th gear yet.
I'll be honest, looked like the 88 of Frazier just, I think he must have been hit or something, because that thing just went around, just did a 360 in the middle of turn 1.
That looked awkward. That was odd.
Very odd. It's like he blew a tire, but we know that's not true because he came down pit road.
Yeah, these guys weren't even in 4th gear yet.
I know what it is. The fenders are rubbing on these trucks, and it's causing a bunch of tire rubs.
Yeah, they've bent their fenders in on these things, and now the sheet metal's cutting into the tires, and pop goes the weasel.
I'm looking at these things. They look like they've been through hell. They look like they've been through Martinsville, Bristol, and Richmond all together.
We line up again here. Try to go cycle around to our leader. There it lies. There he is. Gonna lead him again to green. Overtime restart. 2 to go here in the North American E-Racing League Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series. Right now he's got his best friend behind him. That's Up the Irons. He's going to move WSC up the track. WSC's going to be able to cut down. Here he comes under. There it lies. There it lies. Throws the block.
He's going to play very defensive here on the backstretch. He's going to be right there on the yellow line. Make sure there is no move to the inside.
I see 1 around way in the back. He's just got 1 more corner to go, and then the next flag is going to end this race, whether it be green or caution. WS3 throws the bumper. Moves there, lies out of the way.
They're around. They're around in the back.
Is caution going to come out before the line?
I don't think so. I think this is race here. And that's going to be it. WSC wins.
Did it come out after they crossed the line?
It 100% did.
Or did it come out before they crossed it? We will find out.
That is the finishing position, Gator. This race is done.
Yep, WSC Elite driver number 3 has won the race here at Atlanta on a last lap accident. Caution was called. WSC 1990 with his first career North American E-Racing League victory here tonight at Atlanta.
Well, that makes it 3 for 3, right? That's their 3 elite drivers. All of them have wins in the first 3 races.
Can't ask for a better start from the Truck Series squad for Elite than that, can you?
Definitely can. I believe, wasn't it Plum that won the first stage? So technically, the only thing they're missing is one stage, and that was won by Mac in stage 2.
Wow. Well, we wait for our winner to join the party. Jim, it kind of went from good to bad here tonight, didn't it?
Oof, that was a rough one, but I wish I went over on the 3 cautions earlier tonight. But
well, after that first stage, our under bet was looking pretty good.
It was. We saw the only problems were some guys losing tires, and I mean that was pretty much well expected for a track that's as abrasive as Atlanta is. But then stage 3 came around, and even parts of stage 2, it just...
Yeah, stage 2 had a couple of them, and then stage 3, that's when everybody tried to make their moves and gave nobody any respect there on those last couple restarts, moving people out of the way 3 and 4 wide. Crazy race we saw here tonight at Atlanta. Do you need me to suggest WSC?
Yeah, sorry. I will be honest. I completely forgot I was the host. WSC 1990.
Yeah, good job there, Jim. I was waiting for him to join so I could interview him, and you hadn't even invited him yet. That's a big rip.
Yeah, well, I'm still trying to get over this pretty rough race. Still trying to get my mind back in the idea of turning without hitting people.
All right. Well, while you do that, I'm going to go search up the winner's truck here, see if I can't find him. There he is.
He has been invited.
All right.
I'll invite him again. Who finished second?
There it lies. Comes home with a career best second place finish tonight.
Hey, guys.
WSC. You are the winner tonight at Atlanta, bringing home 3 straight wins from 3 different elite drivers to start the season. Stage 1, pretty good. Stage 2, it was all right. But Stage 3, it was all about survival, and you managed to do it. How did you pull that off?
Look, man, I don't know. I had some good guys with me in my chat party tonight. Obviously, Plumb These Pipes, as you guys know, K. Keenan's, my teammates. Yep. Man, it's pretty cool, man. I'm happy. I'm really stoked. I missed last week at work, and I was kind of bummed out, man. And I made this one, so.
Yeah, not the cleanest race we saw here tonight, but you continue that streak of elite wins here early on this season. And you just managed to survive the melee and find yourself up towards the front there. I saw you give a little bumper to There It Lies coming to 1 to go. Did you know that you had to get him before that white flag because just anticipating another caution?
Oh, absolutely. I'm like, I told these guys, I was like, we were during the caution, that last caution, we were trying to come up with a plan, like, because Plum was in 4th, I believe, and we were hoping whoever was in 3rd to pit, and it didn't end up happening like that. So we just said screw it, and it's got to be one of us, you know what I mean? And I went for it, bro.
You went for it. You got it. You pulled it off. Congratulations here, picking up your first career North American E-Racing League win in only your 2nd start. Good job. You're the winner here tonight at Atlanta. In the booth with me, I've got Big Jim. Jim, fire away at WSC tonight.
Yeah, man. First off, congrats on the win. You're doing your team proud. You got 3 for 3 now for the Elite Squad and the Truck Series. So congratulations on that.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right. My question for you is, was there any strategy at all, like just to stay away from whatever was happening behind you, or anything at all that gave you an upper edge tonight?
Well, the first stage, it was just save your tires as much as you can. And I don't think a lot of you guys know, I actually blew a tire coming to the end of the stage. Second stage, it was just kind of, I didn't really know about how the second stage was going to go. We had a plan for the first stage. The second stage, it was kind of up in the air. At least my thinking, you know what I mean? I don't know how everyone else was thinking of it. And going into that third stage, I figured, well, we all knew there was going to be a lot of cautions, you know what I mean? And I'm really, really happy, but I am kind of upset with some of these guys that I get it, you know what I mean? But you don't know where you're going. I don't think you should be here. You know what I mean? But
No, I 100% know what you mean.
So, I mean, other than that, that was the plan, and the plan was to win. So,
Yeah, well, you did a very good job of it, and we'll catch you at Texas. It's another track that's wide open for you.
yeah, man, I just want to say thank you to all my teammates, man. Plumb these pipes and Keenan's decent house. You heard, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody.
Kev, bro.
Kev, bro. Yeah. And, yeah, man, thank you. And I love my mama. Just remember that. You also love your mama. So
Well,
I always want to say that.
I was
That's
going
a
to
good
ask you.
shout out right there.
I was going to ask
still
you
love
who
you,
you
Mom.
wanted to shout out, but you already did it for me. So go celebrate with your team, WSC. Congratulations on your first career win.
Thank you, and happy birthday. Tomorrow's my dad's birthday, so happy birthday to him. I'm sure he's going to watch this.
All right, happy birthday,
Thank you,
Dad.
guys.
All right, Jim. Well, if you want to get our runner-up in here tonight, there it lies with his career best finish. We'll
Beautiful to see.
have a chat with him.
I'm actually very impressed with There It Lies. Like, for such a cluster race that turned into, he played the right strategy, man. I mean, you stay out there, you get that track position, stay away from all the craziness behind you. That's actually a really, really smart move from him and his brother.
He was one
Gotta give
corner
him props
away
for that.
and one bumper away from playing that strategy to perfection, as he has now joined the party. There it lies. Brings it home P2 tonight here at Atlanta for his career best finish. You played the
Wait,
strategy.
hold on.
What?
There It Lies. Do you have your voice shared?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'm sorry, Gator. Go ahead.
Thanks, Jim, for interrupting me. But yeah, you played that strategy to perfection. You and your brother up the irons have never been bashful about playing strategy on these things. And tonight it worked out for you, coming home P2. How you feel after that?
Yeah, I mean, it felt good, you know. It ran strong tonight. I don't know, it felt good, and just did what I had to do, and almost had it, but he got around me on the last lap there, so.
Yeah, almost had it. He had a little bit fresher tires, and I'm sure that played into it. But still come home with a solid P2 and continue your great start of the season. Much improved over last season. How is your mindset coming into the season?
You know, just a little more experienced at it now, and got a better setup for the wheel and everything, and just trying to get a fresh start and do better, you know, practicing more and all.
10-4. Well, you play strategy to perfection. You come home P2 here tonight at Atlanta, continuing your great start of the season. Congratulations. Jim, what kind of question you got for a runner-up tonight? There it lies.
Yeah, man. Congratulations on the career best finish. It comes at a it's very hard to get, so congratulations on that. So my question for you is, I was talking right before you joined and said it was such a great strategy to stay out and stay out there and make sure that you had the track position. So my question for you is, when up the irons, your brother was out there on your outside, was there anything you guys, a plan you guys devised to block those guys behind you?
Yeah, there was. You know, he was up there beside me. I told him, I was like, hey, if you can, just tuck down behind me, because I had fresher tires than he did, so I was going to be a little quicker than him, and it was just, it's like, hey, if you can get down there and try to hold him off, we can get to that overtime and try to just, you know, get past the line and, you know, see what we can do. So that's about all it was.
Well, definitely, Daytona didn't go your way. But you rebounded with a
back problems.
yeah, you rebounded with a solid 7th place at Iowa, and now a 2nd place at Atlanta. So you are trending in a positive direction. What you got for us come Texas next week?
Hopefully first.
Only one spot higher, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm shooting for.
All right. Well, good job tonight, and good run. Anybody you want to shout out before we let you go celebrate your P2 finish?
Yeah, shout out to Up the Irons for giving me a hand there, and then to WSC. That was some fun racing with him there. That was a good battle.
For sure. Well, there you have it, everybody. Your runner-up finisher here tonight, career best P2. There it lies. Good job. All right, Jim. Well, it's been one heck of a night here in the North American E-Racing League Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series. From good to kind of bad. Any final thoughts?
On to Texas. That's all I got to say.
On to Texas. Well, next time you want to see these trucks in action will be 1 week from tonight, as always, on a Tuesday. The Gander RV and Outdoors Truck Series visits Texas Motor Speedway, another 1.5 miles, but one that's greatly different than the one that we raced at tonight. So different track, probably different results. We'll find out in a week. However, before then, Xfinity Series is off tomorrow night. So next time you catch them in action will be Sunday. But come Thursday, Cup Series, they will be racing at this very track we saw tonight, Atlanta Motor Speedway, race number 5 of the season. Jim, any outlook on that? I hear you snickering.
Well, hopefully it's better than that, but dude, Atlanta's just such a tough track to stay off the apron. So, Cup Series, if you guys want to see chaos, that'll be a good one for you to come watch.
Chaos reigns supreme in the Cup Series at Atlanta. Jim predicts. Predicts it'll be a little bit more tame than that, even though those Cup cars do get loose. But I think we're in for a good show Thursday night. Anyways, before we sign off out of here for the night, our final results for this evening are WSC picking up his first career win. There it lies with his career best finish in 2nd place. Wreckfest comes home P3. Marksman comes home P4. Kronk's Fight Milk picks up his first top 5 of the season. Mac to Breadman, the defending winner, was not able to go back-to-back at Atlanta as he comes home in 6th. Young Colt battles back and comes home with a 7th place run tonight. Plumdee's Pipes in 8th, Up the Irons in 9th, and Tay Pens comes home in your top 10. So that is your running order, your finishing order for tonight. So to all my gnarly ones out there, for Big Jim, myself, I'm Gator Mike. We will catch you guys Thursday for a little bit of Cup Series action at Atlanta. See you then. Thanks for tuning in.